Hello, welcome back to Pro Tips and Conversation. We are carrying on with the build of Mrs. Thickbottom 2.0. Pyromancer, moving to get Black Flame into Ulasil and the Abyss. After that, I'm going to be heading for New Game Plus. Now, real quick, I designed Mrs. Thickbottom to look like a mature woman, so I gave her what I thought was kind of like an older woman's face, like kind of a, I don't know, just like kind of a milfy face. I thought, I just wanted her to look a little older. But then my stepson was out here and he looked at her and he's like, why does your character have a baby face? And I was like, oh my god, wait, what? Does she though? Now I feel like I can't unsee it. I guess it is a little babyish, like if you're looking at it head on. Maybe it's just the lighting, but oh god, have I made a terrible mistake? I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that, and hopefully it'll go away. Anyway, right, so this is kind of a tricky spot that a lot of people have trouble getting through because of the mages in the back. Alright, so first off, you're gonna want to come about halfway down the stairs, take it slow, but watch what happens when you come halfway. See, there's an ambush that would otherwise get you in the back, but if you wait, you can lure them forward, take them out easily. Get the fuck up here and die. Alright, step 2, run for cover, because they're going to start shooting at you as soon as you get close. Then you wait for this guy. Alright, now let's see if I can pull off this next bit. So they do magic damage, of course. Do I have crest shields? Yes, I do. But unless you're going to be casting at them, you should take off your dust crown. But I think I will actually cast at them. Because, in theory... Oh! Sure they're going to poison me. Oh god. That's annoying. Wow, look how big that cloud is. And it's scary. Dark energy, too. Oh! Oh, that hurt. Yep, that hurt. Yeah, if you get close to them, they might spew that dark bead hail. If you're real close, they can just one-shot you with that. You really need to watch out and be careful. Yo, I missed a drop. What do we got here? Aw. You can actually get their head as a helmet. It's pretty hilarious. Like, I should probably do a silly build wearing that thing just because it looks so crazy with all the beady little eyeballs inside that chestnut head. Okay. So this is a interesting, unique mob ahead here. But first, can we talk about these headless Ulasil statues? They're holding the Ulasil catalyst. These are like old. These are before everybody went nuts in Ulasil. So bait this guy into an attack because he's fairly slow, and then follow up. But your attacks will bounce off of him like an armored pig, So you gotta either two-hand or spell him to death. Just gonna lazy kill this guy because I can. There's a bonfire coming up. Right. So the statues are headless. I mean, I can only imagine, like, all the people here have those weird chestnut heads now, right? So maybe they couldn't bear to see their old likeness, so they smacked the heads off the statue so they wouldn't, feel agony over looking at it. Because they all seem pretty nuts, and maybe they're suffering. Maybe not. Maybe they just thought the statues were ugly now because they didn't have chestnut heads. So coming up here, we have the best, soon enough, the best humanity farm in the game. Far better than anything else. This is where you want to be if you can be here, if you're strong enough. I'm not sure I want to find Manus, because I don't need to. And if you're trying to do a quick streamlined build, not to mention if you want PvP in Township, which is a very... oh crap. Which is a super duper hot spot for PvP, then you want to not kill Manus. You want to keep this place open. So, don't do that. if you want the infamous dark bead, it's back there. That white item, that's it. There's a mage far in the back there. He's the one far in the back. He will shoot at you while the other three rush you, so the suicide run might be a good way to just grab that and go if you're like a low-level build. And congrats on getting here if you are a low-level build. I'm sure Artorias was a bitch to fight through unless you used that skip that I talked about in the last video. So, there's a bit of a secret over here. You'll notice Alvina guides you through the abyss. There is, of course, a connection between Alvina and Artorias and Sif. Or maybe just Alvina and Sif. I'm actually going to put on my item finding ring. So I can get some humanity out of these dudes. Oh! My rapier is not long enough. Yeah, see, Alvina guides you to Sif. And no coincidence, of course, that you find Sif inside of Alvina's forest later on. This is the elevator that, if you use the Artorias skip, where you will end up. You're going to fall from up there. I guess if you land on the elevator, you die. But that's why the Stone Giant's important. You ride the Stone Giant down, and you slide off of him, which will make you land here, or somewhere around the edge. And that way you don't die. I've never tried it, just saw a video. So, but as far as I know, it still works, even in PS4 version. You know, so if you want to be a scumbag, you can use that technique. Oh god. The nice thing about farming those is that you can just use a humanity to heal yourself, because you're going to be getting more anyway. Like, you're going to get more than you end up using. Yeah, the R2 attack is a better option here. Extended reach. I don't actually need to be over here, but I don't know. I guess I'm feeling a bit completionist at the moment. But this is not a vital part of the build, and if it's not, I usually recommend skipping it. Careful pushing him off the edge, because if you do, then you won't get the item, of course. Oh dear. That was close. Right, so if you rescue Sif here, you can summon him or her. Apparently the strategy guide says him. You can summon Sif in the Manus fight. Their sign will appear on the ground. I think it's like a third into the fight or something like that. I've only summoned them maybe once or twice because I can never seem to find the goddamn sign when I want it. So, I don't know. Maybe you could look up a video of like where exactly in the arena the sign is at. But Sif is pretty tanky, so they can like, you know, absorb hits for you. But they don't. I don't think they deal too much damage to Manus. So, if you fancy having a pet dog for a boss fight, there you go. Finally, I get to play with the dog in Dark Souls. Yay! So many dog lovers in the world. I'd rather hang out with Alvina. There's the black flame, right ahead. By the way, I've heard that one of the techniques, like if you want to get pursuers at a low level, you can cheese Manus with arrows. Apparently any kind of arrow will work. It doesn't have to be a great bow or, you know, something like that. I mean, results will vary in terms of damage, but it can be done. So, there's a certain spot you stand in right outside the fog, and you just shoot him, and he literally just stands there and takes the hits. So, it's kind of dumb. It's cheesy, but hey, if that's what you need to do to get your low-level pursuers, then there you go. Fuck that guy. By the way, if you're coming from this direction, and you don't want to get shot by him, just hug the wall. Stand here, he will fumble about a bit and then drop down, and then you can finish him off real easy at point blank. And that way he won't be shooting you in the back as you run down towards Manus. Which can do just so much damage, like half your health, like so. Oh! God. God damn it, hold still, you little bastard. Oh! I wish I had a Firestorm, whatever, right now. Just take them all out at once. Right. So I usually like getting all the wood carvings, which is why I'm still here. I'm gonna get that right quick. And then we'll carry on with efficiency mode. So, one of the topics, though, that I wanted to talk about today is weapons that you should try out in Souls if you haven't already. You get 10 builds. It's not enough for every weapon. Shameful, really. But the reason I thought about this the other day is I was co-oping in Berg, or... No, it was Sen's Fortress, that's right. I ran into this dude in Elite Knight armor with his Y-hander, and I was like, oh, that is just so iconic. Bless you, you beautiful noob. And I was thinking like, oh shit, I should tell Common to try out this Y-hander, because really, it's just a tremendously fun weapon. Like, if you've never used it before, oh my god, is it fun swinging that thing around and pancaking everybody. You know, it just makes you feel so powerful. So, I'm gonna have to tell him about that next time we play together. But if you haven't tried out this Y, definitely try it out. That's one of the things you fetch from the graveyard. You know, you can get it right at the start, and two-hand that bad boy. You only need 16 strength and 10 dex, and then you can just start smashing people. It's so fun, and you might even have to run around naked, which makes it even more amusing. This is naked barbarian with a Y-hander. Right, the rapier you should definitely give a try. You might get frustrated by its short range, and at some points the damage is quite mediocre, but once you get it maxed out, it is reliable, as you have seen probably in this video. Will it be reliable in New Game Plus? That I don't know. But considering how incredibly light it is and low on stat requirements, like 7 strength, anybody has the strength requirements for this, and only 12 dex, and it's so light, 1.5 pounds weight. Considering the damage it does for that weight, that is just remarkable. Yeah, I have 33 points, okay. And the backstab damage, it has higher crit damage than most weapons, so if you parry, or just backstab, you know, reliable. There's a reason that so many low-level invaders use the rapier, and when they do their backstab fish, because you can, if with Hornet Ring, you can definitely one-shot some low vitality people. What else should you try? The Humble Longsword has a place in Souls 3, for sure. But I don't think it's that great in Souls 1, to be honest. You know, some people do praise its versatility. Definitely New Game Plus because it's fast and you can buff it. It has its use, but there's just cooler stuff. A Straight Sword is actually trash. People recommend that as like a, when you're starting out, to just grab it and use it because magic damage, ooh. But I tried it. I had this thing upgraded to +3 even, and even then, at base stats, you know, minimum requirement, the damage is just mediocre because it is split. So terrible. Claymore is another weapon you should definitely try out. It is tremendously fun because of I can two-hand this bad boy actually. Let's swing it around a bit here. Yeah, it won't let me do it one-handed. Okay. But two-hand though. So you got a wide swing and a vertical chop. When you use it one-handed, it's inverted. The R1 is a wide sweep, and the R2 is the trademark thrust of the Claymore, which is just tremendously long. And it actually does more poise damage, I read recently. It does an unusual amount of poise damage. I think it was like 42, which is huge for like a one-handed R2. So, it's got greater poise damage on the R2. Let's throw that away. That's another weapon that you should definitely try out. There's a reason that it's like so highly recommended. The Falchion's a good one as well. Super quick, very good with the buff. You might remember Ouroboros' Falchion build. She just buffs it with Darkmoon Blade and hacks away. Of course, if anyone parries you, you're screwed. And that build is just asking for a parry. But it is effective damage-wise. Moonlight Greatsword is another tremendously fun weapon. Good, reliable damage, and it has the, you know, the beams that it shoots out on the air too, which just makes it super fun. And it's got low requirements, so you could totally be a mage and use this. You know, 16 is not much to ask for one-handed. I've got a level 40 build that has 12 strength and it has to two-hand the sword, but it's still very, very fun. Only 10 dex. So yeah, low physical requirements, good for any mage. Black Knight weapons are always fun. They can be top tier endgame, yes, if you have quality build 2740. Otherwise, they're a little subpar. But early game, their high base damage is enormous, and you should definitely try them out. Like if you get lucky and you get a drop from a halberd or a sword early on, definitely, you know, if it fits in your build, swing it around a bit. Have some fun with that thing. The animations on it are so fluid. I really like how the Black Knights, they fight so elegantly. You know, they really are like these trained knights. They aren't hulking barbarians that just, like, you know, swing hard and heavy. Nah, they really are quality, you know. They fight how they should. They have a mix of strength and dex about them. The Humble Hand Axe is actually really good. It's hilarious. Like, they call it the strongman's falchion because it is very quick and scales good with strength. It's also super lightweight, super low requirement. So, like, if you don't even want to do 12 dex for a rapier, try this thing out. It's quite good, quite reliable. Good poise damage and good just damage all around. The butcher knife is fun. Honorable mention to that. I'd give it a try if you haven't before, but I don't think you can buff it, so it's kind of limited. Grant, I don't think is worth building for. I really don't, because of the split damage. And look at that, 50 strength. So you need to have 34 strength, I think, to two-hand it, and 30 faith. And just at that point, I mean, for the faith requirement, that means you can cast a buff, but you can't buff this thing. And it explodes with a with Wog, but again, at 30 faith, you can use your own Wog. So it's like, I don't know. I tried it out. It's not great. It weighs a ton. You're better off getting like a Man Serpent Greatsword maybe for the same amount of strength, or you could even use Demon's Great Axe or something and just buff it and beat the crap out of people. Like, Demon's Great Axe, I think, only weighs 22 pounds. It's just not a good weapon. The Partisan's fun because it's the only spear where they sweep attack, but I've always found the damage to be kind of low. Gargoyle Halberd is amazing when you make it elemental. Definitely recommend trying this one out. You will laugh at how much damage this thing does when you make it lightning or chaos. It's just stupid high for a weapon that's so small and quick with that reach. Another Black Knight weapon, definitely try it out. Archery is really only for like utility. If you want to do a challenge run, then you could just main it, but you know, having to buy arrows all the time, it just sounds annoying. Although on Souls 3, I did a recreation of Manhunter O'Hara from Souls 2, which was an NPC summon you could get that only had bows and crossbows, and that was tremendously fun for co-op. So if you want to do like kind of a quirky build, you could do all just bows, but you're going to need a great bow and probably a crossbow, because you need good damage. Great bow's got good damage, and then the crossbow is quick. And you can use it point blank, you know, with a quick lock on. You don't need to invest two hands in it either. So, as far as magic is concerned, definitely do 3 builds for magic. 1 pyromancy, 1 sorcery, 1 miracles. You know, try everything. Why not? Yeah, like if you want the full kit, I would say Dex Pyro, quality build, a dedicated sorcerer. For the faith build, you'll have a little bit of points left over to be like either Well, Strength Faith is like one of the old classic combos. So you could totally do Strength Faith, or you could kind of min-max it a bit and just get like minimum requirements for a weapon and make it an occult something. Right, other weapons that you should try out. Let me see if I can think of something. The Obsidian Greatsword, Calamete's Tail. That thing is a blast. It requires so little stats and always deals good damage, and it has that cool R2 explosion attack, and you can buff it. It's so good. It's just getting the thing is kind of a pain in the ass. But be sure to try that one out. Also, the other dragon weapons, the Dragon Greatsword and the Dragon King Great Axe, also very fun. You can use them both on the same build. You can two-hand them with 34 strength. It's really fun for a low-level build to use those. Because sadly, at max level, they're actually bad. Their damage is subpar. And they're heavy. So they're not really worth it on a higher level build, but low level, wow, they are tremendous good fun. I guess if you're a noob, you can try out the Drake Sword, but really, I don't like it. I don't even like the moveset on it. It's just it just has damage. That's all it has. Like, otherwise, it's pretty bad. Silver Knight Spear is another one that I really enjoy. Super long poke. Plus, it does that wicked R2, the one-handed R2 wide swing. That's really cool. Although easily rolled through. So watch out for that. They might try and backstab you. It's got a bit of a long wind-up. The clubs. Large club, great club. Very fun. Makes you feel like a big badass caveman just swinging this around, crushing things. Most people recommend the large club because the one-handed R2 has a really good wide swing on it, which can be useful. But if you're stuck in a build that can only two-hand things, you should go Great Club. Because as far as if you're only two-handing, the Great Club has superior range and damage, which is beneficial. But if you can one-hand, then the large club, that one-hand R2 is pretty good. And the damage is only like 20 points lower. And then it also inflicts poison, which honestly you're gonna kill most stuff before that even comes into play. But maybe on like New Game Plus or something like that. Yeah, the poison will come in handy. 1 second. So while we're at it, talking strength weapons, Man Serpent Greatsword, another fun and very good weapon because it has tremendous damage, and you only need 10 dex. So like 27 strength, 10 dex, two-handed, kill things. Like that's actually a pretty good setup for a faith build. 50 faith, 27 strength, Man Serpent Greatsword, wreck faces, buff it, just destroy people. It's pretty damn good. Moonlight Butterfly Horn, the magic spear, is really good. I recommend that you take that. If you're going to use Moonlight Greatsword, also get the Moonlight Butterfly Horn. They're both quite nice to have. Okay, real quick, I gotta figure out where I'm going to head. Let me check what boss souls I've got. So I'm going quite like... Oh, I haven't done any of the lords yet. Okay. Alright. Well, now I have Black Flame. Let's tune that up real quick. Get rid of this shit. Not really a fan of that Fire Whip, but I'll use it if I got nothing better. It's kind of like a Great Combustion and a half in terms of damage. So, not bad. It's just very slow and it'll hold you in place when you use it, so you can get easily wrecked if you're not careful. Don't use it in PvP. Right. Let's go... Why do I feel like I did kill Seed? I remember I farmed clams. I'm so confused now. What the hell? Where is Seed Soul? Maybe it's a key item? Maybe it's only a key item. Yes. Oh, I killed Nito and Seed. Okay. That leaves, oh god, the 4 kings. I don't want to do that. and Bed of Chaos. I don't want to do that even more. So we're gonna do Four Kings first. Barf. Okay. Right, other weapons you should try out. Racking my brain, right, meow. The Uchigatana. Also known as my first katana. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's just that the poise is a little low. But bleed is good. It's fast. It's definitely better in Souls 1 than it is in Souls 3. They make katanas a little slower. Katanas became more of like defensive weapons rather than offensive in Souls 3. So, if you want to re-experience some of the glory days of katana, Souls 1 is where it's at. Another fun but kind of gimmicky weapon is, wait a minute. Oh, maybe I've never been here before. I was just thinking I'm missing a, Firekeeper soul. But maybe I didn't pick up the one from Yolando. That's probably it. Right. The Guardian Stone, the Stone Great Axe, the one that the Guardian Knights and Ulasil drop. It's fun because of that R2 explosion. You can do the same move that they do, where they dig the axe in the ground and then rip it out. It's fun, but it's just a bad weapon because it's like 100 damage under anything else. It weighs so freaking much, and it's got short reach because it's a great axe. So compared to other things, it's just subpar, and it's really sad. Okay, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna want this because I'm gonna farm up some curses while I'm at it. Where's my pyro flame? There it is. Okay, that hand. Okay, let's see if I can think of anything else. The Life Hunt Scythe. It's fun because it also makes you bleed. So there's added challenge of like balancing out, you know, not bleeding out yourself. But it bleeds quickly against enemies, and it also has a higher bleed damage than most weapons. I think it's like 50%, which is tremendously high. So, it's just that you need to kind of build for it. Like, you're going to want to have Blood Shield on your back, so that you don't bleed yourself out. Maybe spec your armor a little bit to have higher bleed resist. Or, otherwise you're going to be munching red moss all the time, and that, you know, there's like a couple of seconds where it leaves you vulnerable when you eat moss. So, you got to watch out for that. That's why it's good to have just like higher bleed resist, so you have to have the Blood Shield on your back, which is, you're carrying 3 extra pounds. It's a decent shield as far as blocking goes, but it's not a grass crest, and it's not a regular crest shield, you know, so. But it keeps you from bleeding yourself out, so that's cool. PvE-wise, though, see, that's the thing. It's really more of just a PvP weapon, like an invader's weapon, because in PvE, you would have to take breaks to not bleed yourself out as you're killing shit, you know, and that's like kind of annoying. Like you gotta wait, you know, or just eat moss like all the time. But it is a really cool weapon. Oh god, no! Stupid rapier. So small. Oi. Oh, good. Gimme. Okay. Right, what else should you try out? The Golem Axe. It's so fun, because it shoots out the, you know, the explosive air blast that the Golem shoots out. Really a fun weapon, but super heavy and super high strength required. It's actually really good paired up with Artorias Great Shield. So, not a weapon, but definitely try out Artorias Great Shield. Highest stability in the game. While it doesn't have the resistance levels of Havel, you can block anything with it, and you will not move. Like Bed of Chaos, just dink! You won't get pushed into a hole if you have that shield up. You will just stay where you're at. You can block anything with it. It's absolutely tremendous. So if you haven't tried a playthrough with that, definitely try that out. Maybe with like a a spear or rapier in your other hand, so that you know you can block and stab, and it's really cool. I had that one time at like a lower level, and I went into the forest and I got invaded by this guy who had his Y, and he came at me pretty confident and dropped his Y onto the shield, and nothing happened. He was like, "What?" And he tried a few more times to break the guard, but he absolutely could not. It's just a monster of a shield. So that was funny. The guy was like so confused. He's like, "Yo, usually when I hit people with this thing, they die, and you're not." So like, there was a pause there as he kind of thought, "Oh, I need to come up with a new plan." I remember when I was a noob, I got invaded in the depths, and I didn't know what to do, so I played very defensively, and I was scared. And I was right at the bonfire down there, and this person with, I think they were naked with a gargoyle helm, and they had his Y, and they buffed it with gold pine and just ran at me and turned me into a pancake. I think I died in 2 hits, but I was just like, well, alright. But that was pretty scary. They just came right up and they hit me directly into my shield and knocked me down. So I was just like, wow, okay, cool. That made me a sad boy. What else? Quelag's Fury Sword. That's a fun weapon. It's so cool with the flashy lava visuals on it. Really fun weapon. Good damage. Lights everything on fire. Looks wicked. Pretty good reach on it too. I think it's bigger. Probably the biggest one-handed curved sword. But you do need 10 humanity to get the full damage out of that. If you ever thought, this weapon sucks, and you had less than 10, try it again with 10 humanity, because it scales off of that just like a chaos weapon. Let me think, what else? God, I just had one in my head, but then it floated away. Oh yeah, the giant blacksmith hammer. The one from Anor Londo. You have to kill him to get it, which might be an awful idea, because he sells a lot of supplies, as I'm sure you're aware. And you will lose access to them. Oh crap! My curse wore off. Okay, we're just gonna run away. That was bad. Yeah, but like on a low level build, again, at max level it's subpar. But low level build, the incredibly high base damage, at +0 it does like 300 damage. Yeah, it's split damage, but still, that's absolutely huge. It is the most damaging unupgraded weapon in the game, I believe. Yeah. So, if you haven't tried that out, try it out on a low-level build. You can use it at SL1, two-handed. And it is ridiculously good. And if you have 16 strength, you can one-hand it alongside a Black Knight shield. Just think about that. That was an idea I had for an SL11. Black Knight shield with the blacksmith great hammer in the other hand, and that was a pretty solid build, you know. And it even had like a little bit of pyromancy on it, so I could use great combustion and black flames. Like a really mean kind of meta-oriented SL11 build for Berg. So, yeah. By the way, if you haven't tried out Black Knight shield, that's another one. 95% fire resistance. You will laugh at any pyromancy that comes at you. You can just soak up great combustions and black flames, assuming they don't break your guard, you know. Plus anything in, you know, Izalith, you can just be like, ha 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 ha, just block it all day. So, by the way, if you want to farm Titanite, this is where you do it. Dark Wraiths, they drop chunks, rarely slabs. If you're keeping Framped in your game, like you're not going to become a Dark Wraith, this is the only spot you need to go to farm Titanite, because you can feed him chunks and break them down into large shards and regular shards, which is far more efficient than buying them from the blacksmith or farming slugs or baldernites or some shit like that. Just farm these, break down what you need. They're very vulnerable to backstab. But you gotta watch out for their combos, because they hit hard, and if they get like a 4-hit combo on you, you might die from that. So, yeah. They can also use Dark Hand on you, which will drain one of your humanity. Be careful not to get hit by that. Although it's that attack right there is pretty well baited. Or pretty well telegraphed, that's the word. So, don't go hollow. What else? Gravelord Sword. If you have not tried that out, try it out on like a... Again, it's another subpar endgame weapon. Although I really wonder how it performs on 2740 build. Because it does have scaling, it's just low. It has high base damage, right, with shit scaling. But maybe, with max stats, it'll even out to the equivalent of, you know, like any other curved sword in damage, like Murakumo. Which reminds me, try that one as well. But more about the Gravelord Sword. If you're doing like a low-level build, definitely... Or, no. Yeah, it's good on low level, yeah, okay. But if you are also just like leveling up something else and you have the stats for it, use it early game. It's really good, dependable damage, and it inflicts toxic. The giants in Sense Fortress, you can inflict toxic on them in like 3-4 hits. And that's just satisfying to see them glowing purple when they when they have that debuff on them. Pretty great. It's a bit slow, though. You gotta get used to that curved greatsword speed. Right, so Murakumo as well. It's a little slow. Murakumo is the longest greatsword, though. I find myself sometimes when I'm using Gravelord Sword, I'm like, I feel like I should have hit them. Like, it looks longer than it is. You're gonna whiff on some attacks if you try to do it at, like, right at the end of your range. Murakumo, though, it's quite good. I really enjoy... Oh, hold on a minute. I actually got a comment. Let's see... Hey, you might be the first person to ever comment in my Twitch. Congratulations, and hello. Gets better if you're leveling up in Gravelord's Covenant. The damage on the Gravelord Sword, I'm not talking about the Miracle now. I know the Miracle improves, but like the actual weapon, that I did not know. I'll have to look into that. That's pretty cool if it's true. That would actually make it viable, I think. But yeah, so Murakumo, that's another fun... weapon that you should definitely try out. In Dark Souls 1 on PS3, there's this mechanic called dead angling, which would let you get around someone's shield. And the way that the Murakumo arced, you could hit people through their block using that technique. But supposedly that has been removed and patched out in the remastered version. So sadly you can no longer do that. But still, it's a pretty cool weapon. Good poise damage, pretty quick. Good damage, you know, when you have the stats for it. The thing is, the Murakumo has kind of a high strength requirement, so I think it was designed to be two-handed. So you would like two-hand that with minimum strength. You know, I think you can two-hand it if you have 16 strength, something like that. And then you're gonna want to go 40 dex, or if you're doing Vid Gouge, you know, make it elemental, with Grass Crest on your back, most likely. So that's how I would recommend doing that. But it's a really fun weapon. I see most builds that use that go for mid-roll. I guess it works well enough with mid-roll with the Kumo, because you need poise, because it is kind of a slower lumbering type thing. But definitely try that one out. It's just got a fun moveset, and it makes you feel like... What's the name of the guy from Seven Samurai who had the really big sword? Like, kind of makes you feel like that guy. So, try that one out. There's also the washing pole, the enormously long katana. The reach on that's good. It's got stupid low durability, but let me tell you, one time I was hanging out in the Butterfly Forest, right? I got invaded by this guy who had a washing pole, and he buffed it with Dark Moon Blade, and I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna die now. Like, how do you combat that? You know, like, it's so long, and with the buff, it just goes right through your shield, you know? So, I just kind of shrugged at him and then died. You know, because I kept trying to block it. Like, he just swings it at you if you get close, and it's like, what do you do? So, buffed washing pole, that's a strong PvP build. So maybe try that one out. I'll check your comment there in a second. Whoop! Alright, let's have a look. He says... Oh, the Black Knight axe? The Great Axe? That weapon used to be better, although I guess it was OP because they nerfed it, right? So, what they did is it did really high damage on the one-handed R1, and it was such a wide sweep. If someone was trying to backstab you, you could just R1, and just keep hitting them as they're trying to circle around. And it was so good because the damage was tremendous, right? But then they nerfed the one-hand R1 damage because they felt it was too quick to be doing that amount of damage, right? So now you only get that damage when you're two-hand R1ing it, which is the worst, like, vertical upward downward swing, you know. Still good damage, and the R2 launches people in two-handed, and then on one-handed does that cool, like, jump in the air attack. So it's a really fun weapon to use, but like it lost some effectiveness. And in Souls 3 it's pretty shitty, so like it went downhill. But in Souls 1 I would still, yeah, recommend trying all the Black Knight weapons out. It's fun. It does damage even behind the welder. Yeah, I think that's true. It does, because it has such a wide arc and it's a huge weapon. So that's pretty cool, actually. You could resist backstabs. I'd have to try that out a bit to see the tech on it. Okay, so we're going up against Four Kings here. So here is the recommended loadout for Four Kings. You wear full Havels. It doesn't matter if you're fatty rolling. It really doesn't. You're gonna wear full Havels though, and you're gonna get up close. Oh shit! Have I made a terrible mistake? I did. Guess what I forgot to do? I'm sure you already know. Let's get out of here. I need to make a detour to go and kill Sif before I go in there, and you know, I would have just died. If you just go into the abyss without the ring, you just die. Okay. So let me change my gear back up. So distracted talking about weapons, I forgot about that. Okay. Off to kill Sif. Quick repair job. Let me think if there's any other weapons that you should try out that I'm forgetting about. Talked about so many things. I have to look at the wiki to see what else I'm missing, but I don't want to do that right now. Gold Tracer. That drops off of Ciaran. After you kill Artorias, she'll pop up at his gravestone and ask you for the soul. Don't give it to her. Be greedy. Just kill her. Take all of her shit that way. That way you keep the soul and you get all of her stuff. But the Gold Tracer, it's kind of like using a falchion, so you gotta watch out for parry, right? But it bleeds, because it has like multi-hitting R2s and stuff, so it bleeds very quickly. Most people, like, I see a lot of invaders whip it out when they go up against a turtle, because they just bleed them through their shield. But it's a pretty good weapon. It's just that, like, it's for a dex build, right? But you might want to supplement it with a different dex weapon, like a spear or a balder sword, something like that. Maybe even a katana. It's just that it's so easily parried, and like when people see it, they watch out for it, right? So you gotta have a backup plan, is what I recommend, if you're going to use the Gold Tracer. The Great Scythe. I have heard a lot of praise about Great Scythe, you're right. I haven't really used it myself, though, for whatever reason. I think I tried it once and I was kind of like, meh. But the Great Scythe is really... It strikes me as, like, you need to practice with it. Like, you need to get good with it for it to be awesome. And then it is awesome. Because it's got very good range, pretty good attacks. Like the... I think it's better two-handed, is it not? Like, you pretty much want to use it two-handed only, as I understand. For the wide swing, and it bleeds, and it's pretty good, you know, dex weapon. Or you could, you know, again, that's another one that's not bad with elemental. Whoop! Oh, I thought he was gonna hop right off the cliff there. How you die? Let's see, what else is there that's worth using? That's like a must-try on Souls 1. I know that if you're going like over 120 for whatever reason, two weapons that kind of take a lot of stats to be good is Ornstein's spear and Artorias' sword. Both of those are pretty stat heavy, but if you're going like unusually high in your build, then those weapons finally mature and deal really good damage. But I've never done that. I've just read, that's the case. Okay, so we're just gonna quickly burn through Sif here, I expect. Man, that sucks. I gotta fight through all this stupid dark rates again. Maybe I'll just run. Sif usually hops away after like time for 1 or 2 attacks if your weapon is slow. So try not to get too spammy, otherwise you're just gonna miss. Oh my god. There we go. Wow. Hold still, Dogbert. If you have low stamina, like if you're doing this fight early, you gotta watch out for that spinning attack, because it will just cleave through you on the second hit and knock you right down. If you don't have enough stamina to block an attack, see like that, they just cut through the shield there. So, be aware. That can happen to you. Farewell, doggo. This is also where you get a notorious hornet ring. Left here by CRN. Okay, and that's that. It's not a Dex Pyro. This is a level 50 build. She's pretty much done. I'm just trying to get to New Game Plus because I want to pick up 2 copies of Black Flame and Great Combustion. Because my idea is with that adds up to 32 casts, and if I get invaded, I'm just like, oh, how are you doing? Let me just spam this. There's no way they're gonna be able to evade with that many casts. That's my ridiculous plan. But yeah, it's a level 50 build, taking it into New Game Plus. It's pretty well min-maxed. The weapons I'm going to be using are Rapier and Bandit Knife. Because I imagine, New Game Plus, I think I'm going to be relying on Bleed pretty heavily to cut through bosses. And then the Rapier is just a low requirement, higher damage, reliable thing that's very lightweight. It runs on 33 poise, which is enough for smaller stuff. It won't tank a great sword that's two-handed. But if I need to, I can swap this for Wolf as well. If I run into an invader with something bigger. And that would give me 73 poise, which is almost enough for an ultra greatsword. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the build. Early on, when I just had non-elemental weapons though, it was slow going. The +5 Rapier was just ugh. Bandit Knife was a little better because of bleed, but it's slow damage. So alright, I'm just gonna try and sprint my way to the boss here. Matter of fact, put that on right now just to make sure I don't get stopped. Try and think if there's any other weapons I want to talk about. Oh, the Stone Knight Greatsword. Another fun lower level weapon. You need 27 strength to two-hand the damn thing. It's very, very taxing on that. But it deals split damage, right? So that's why I'm recommending it for low level. It's got bad scaling, split damage. But the R2, when you're two-handing it, it does the Tranquil Walk of Peace effect, which slows people down. So a lot of people panic when you hit them with that. So it's kind of fun. It's reliable damage at a lower level. And it's got that cool debuff on it, so it's a fun bit of a gimmicky weapon. Yes, the rapier does have higher critical damage on it. Unfortunately, I can't pair it with a dam, so I only use it for backstabbing. I never did learn that skill. I started trying it out in Souls 2, because in Souls 2 is really where I started to feel confident about not using a shield. Ouch. So I tried it there, but like, Souls 3 is just a little too quick. I really haven't pulled off any parries in that game, I think, but I pulled off a few in Souls 2, and it was cool, but like, I don't need it, so I don't really use it all that much. I don't rely on parrying. Alright, here we go. Havel set. You need poise and you need defense for this fight. Here we go. Be careful falling down the hole. One time I clipped one of those little, like I bounced off one of those walkways and it made me take fall damage and I ended up dying. So, don't make that mistake. So you just want to get in close as soon as you can, because they deal less damage if they only hit you with their arm instead of with their sword. And then you just stand here and tank them. This strategy, I don't know if it'll work on New Game Plus. You're probably going to have to be a little more dodgy. Also, when they die, during their death animation, you can keep hitting them to deal damage to the Four Kings life bar. So, keep swinging away. Only thing you gotta watch out for when you do this is their explosion and then like their spinning grapple attack. Also, because they twist, sometimes if it's a ranged spell, it'll miss, you know, because they're like spinning around, and if you're locked on, you might miss them. So you got to be a little more timing with your strikes if you're using like sorcery, something like that. I'm actually going to go with Black Flame because it'll be easier. There you are. Whoop! You can see he's doing very little damage to me. See, he's... Nope, okay, this is going to hurt. But I have my Crush Shield, so resist magic damage there. So you just keep attacking. Oh, look at that. Killed him during his death animation. Because while they're dying, you get a few more seconds to keep doing damage. Yeah, actually a lot of people have told me that that's a good point. Practice your parries with Silver Knight. Because they have pretty well telegraphed attacks. You know, you can practice your timing on them. And they don't hit as hard as a Black Knight. So yeah, that's good parry practice there. I also see a lot of people try to parry Lizardmen in Sen's Fortress, so I guess that's a good spot to practice as well, because they also have slow telegraphed attacks. So if you come here with the Lord Vessel and you haven't given it to Framp yet, and you kill 4 kings, another serpent will pop up right there, and that's how you become a Dark Wraith. It's also how you kind of learn more about the lore. There's like a hidden, there's a secret story going on. So if you want to know more about that, try taking on the 4 kings without turning in the Lord Vessel. Matter of fact, I don't think you even need the Lord Vessel to make it spawn. I'm just thinking, you could kill Sif, you could come down here and do this. You'd have to kill Ingward, the guy in the red robe, the sealer, the guy who gives you the key. You'd have to kill him to get the key. But I think do you need Lord Vessel to unlock 4 kings? Like, I don't think you do. I think they're the only Lord Soul that you don't need to place the Lord Vessel to get access to. Alright, we don't need this ring anymore. Once they're dead, you can take that off. I'm gonna clean up my box here real quick. So when it comes to parries, I've noticed that most people use a small leather shield. A small leather shield or target shield, you know, one of the parry shields. Back in the day, people used to be excited about the parrying knife, parrying dagger, but you don't really see it these days. I think it's the same people from Souls 3 who came back to parry in this game. And so that's why, you know, they used mostly small shields in that game, which is why I think that's what you're seeing here. Wow, I really need to, do I have large... Oh yeah, I have all the embers now, I should. Very large ember. I need to upgrade my other shields. I haven't done that yet. They're only +5. Upgrading your shield is kind of a low priority, but I always try to do it when I have nothing else to upgrade. First thing you want to upgrade is always your weapon. Then honestly, usually I do shield after that, and then armor's like the last thing I'll do. Okay, modify. So she's a max upgrade build, because at level 50, you're going to be at Anor Londo and the areas after that, right? And anyone who hits Anor Londo should be sent at a +10 weapon tier, because they picked up Lightning Spear, in theory, right? Which means that they can connect with +15. So you should be at +15 from that point on. Yeah, I definitely want to upgrade this composite bow. Composite bow is the most damaging non-great bow, but the range on it is piddly. However, in most cases, the high damage will offset the short range. Because, like, okay, your arrows will start dipping down closer than other bows, but you can compensate for that by aiming higher, and it ends up dealing, like, the same amount, close to the same amount of damage as a longer range bow, because it has that much higher damage. And like, even though it's losing damage on the range, it's still hitting as hard as a long range bow just because its damage is so high. So I recommend composite. Also, composite and short bow are the fastest firing bows, so really those are the ones I recommend. Unless you just want to use it in PvE, then you can kind of get like a longer sniping bow for utility. But if you want to use a bow in PvP ever, you're going to want to use short bow or composite. Yes. Yeah, that's why you upgrade shield, is to mainly to increase stability. I think that's the only thing it ups in Souls 1. In Souls 2, you actually get more damage resistance out of it, but I think in Souls 1 it's only stability, which is good, you know, if you intend to block a lot. Okay, modify equipment. That's 11. And then I want to also... Oh no, I want to make the composite build chaos, so we're not going to do that. Oh shoot, I made it raw. I made it +6 already? Crap. Alright, I gotta take it back down. Composite build +5. Okay. Yeah, I have... I'll just max them out. I don't think I'm gonna need my slabs for anything else. Okay, now, to upgrade composite, I need to go to Vamos. That'll be easy. So with bows, you pretty much only want to go Chaos if you're not doing, you know, like a Strength or Dex build. Because they sell fire arrows. They don't sell lightning arrows. So you're going to want to go Chaos on your bow. Catacombs, here we go. That reminds me, I need to go pick up the other Red Titanite slab, because I only had 2, and I used them up. Crap. Okay. Well, geez, I'm glad I thought about that. Firebow. Chaos bow. Yep, gotta get the slab. Okay. The other thing I need to do is actually buy arrows. So I'll show you where to get fire arrows right quick. If my memory doesn't fail me. It's just nice to have a strong bow for when you need it. You won't need it all that much, but I imagine in New Game Plus it might come in handy. I think it's going to be a pretty big challenge taking this character in there. Fire arrow. 99. Yeah, whatever. Poison, get that as well. Always rely, good to have a little bit of poison handy. You know what? I should buy some knives. Let's buy 3 of those while I'm at it. Buy that thing. These are fun for co-op. Okay. I'm probably gonna trade with my friend later on to get a second pyro flame. So I can have one tucked behind my shield as well. That way, whatever hand I need it in, it's ready. So I'm trying to save, like, I think it's like, what is it, 300 grand? Some ridiculous amount to fully upgrade a pyro flame. Okay, so that is just going to leave... Get out of my way. The dreaded Bed of Chaos left. Before I take on Gwen. But before I do that, I'm gonna go pick up the red slab. So you only get 1 guaranteed red slab per playthrough from a chest, I think, in Lost Isolate. The rest of them you have to farm off of those wacky Chaos Eater things. It's a rare drop, just like getting a slab off a Dark Wraith. Alright. Since we're in fireplace, we don't want to use fire. Okay, I'm trying to recall this way. Oh yeah, I gotta pick up Kirk's armor. Okay, I remember now. You take the elevator down, go to where Demon Fire Sage is at, pass through the shortcut door where Solaire is at. Yeah. So if you've been following up with Sigurd's quest, or Siegmeyer's Souls 1, yeah. It ends, or it gets one of the final steps, you know, is going to be down where I'm headed now. But I usually don't bother with that quest because it's kind of a hassle. Plus, it's a little tricky to do this step. Like, I recommend looking it up if you're trying to finish that quest, because you have to... I think he has to kill one enemy, and then he has to survive, like, with over half health, or something. It's tricky. This is also the only farmable Titanite demon if you're trying to get his weapon, or you just need Demon Titanite. He drops 2 at a time. Now, when you're passing by him, I recommend, ooh shit, that you aggro him first, instead of just running past, because he might just slap you in the back with his weapon, which is going to hurt a lot. So I recommend you kind of stand next to him, get his attention, get him to start attacking or turn around. That way you'll know you have enough time to run away without getting stabbed in the back. Yeah, keep left when you're coming up here so you don't just immediately fall into the pit. Okay, and the thing I'm looking for is somewhere down in the bottom. It's been a while since I did this. Be wary of pit, that will kill you. But you can lure these guys into the pit, because they're pretty stupid. Most of the time. That, by the way, will break. See? They just fall right in. But if you're trying to farm them, that's a huge pain in the ass, so make sure that you, like, rush at them so they don't fall in the pit. But that stuff they spit out is acid. It will break your gear. Kind of like the clams eating attack, so try not to get hit by that. Somewhere around the outer edge here is what I'm looking for. Okay, that means it's on the other side. So you're going to pass through here. The other side. Don't fall in the bottomless pit. Here it is. This should be the slab here. I don't think this is a mimic. Nope. Ta-da! Easy. Oh, I'm very afraid that I'm going to lose my souls doing this. Bed of chaos. Okay. Right, let's go back to where we were. To do that. Bed of chaos, a lot of people hate that boss because it's kind of... luck comes in more into play than any other boss in this fight. And it's not even really like a fight, it's just kind of like a gimmick, and that's why people don't like it. You know, because they can't bring their skill too much into play here. Like, it doesn't matter what your build is, you're going to be doing the exact same thing. So, it's a bit cheesy. Recommend that you bring the sturdiest shield that you can bring. Huh, what do you know? This thing actually has more stability. But I'm gonna equip Dragon Crest just in case to resist fire damage. You can farm sunlight metals off of these little guys, by the way, if you don't want to do multiplayer, or maybe you're too high level to find co-op. You can farm metals off those. Matter of fact, you can get that shortcut open early if you give 30 humanity to Quelag's sister for the... what is it? Chaos Servant? 30 humanity will allow you to open the shortcut from the other side. That's actually how you save Solaire. It is possible to do that, and then you can summon him to fight Gwen. By, you know, you kill the glowing... the sunlight maggot thing early. Okay, so again, you're gonna get his attention. Whoop! Yeah. Better to see it coming than not see it coming. Right, so if you wanted to farm sunlight metals early, you would join. Of course, I mean, getting 30 humanity is like a frickin'... that's gonna take a while all by itself, so I guess it's not... probably really not that much of a faster way to do it, but whatever. I mean, if you're doing it low level, you're better off just co-oping to get medals. Okay, here we go. I actually want to use... I want something that can do like a wide swing so I can cut through the vines and roots and shit easily, so... Oh yeah, surf's up. At least this part's fun, right? And the rest of the bosses is not fun. Okay. This gets progressively worse, but at least the first cut is easy. So you're just gonna head straight for the glowing orb sphere thing over there. Recommend running with your shield up all the time. See? So you cut the root. But again, these videos are intended for people who've already played the game once, so you probably already knew that. Oh god! Son of a bitch! First death. Right. I did not think the floor opened that soon. I was just starting to head towards the inner circle. Okay, round 2. Got a lot of humanity and whatnot at stake. Let's see... Daughter of Chaos. You know, as a matter of fact, do I have a ring of sacrifice? No. But if I did, I would put it on right now, because it gives me a better chance of recovering souls and humanity. She looks hideous now. What a shame. This might take a few tries. You know, actually, there's people who have beaten Souls 1 with like the no-hit, no-death challenge runs that they put on YouTube, right? I really wonder how they did Bit of Chaos. I mean, that's got to be the most stressful part. It's got to be. So, what if they have like some kind of techniques I might learn from? You should serpentine a bit when you're running away from that guy, because the lightning bolts might catch you in the back otherwise. See? That thing was right on target. Whee! Okay. Let's see if I can figure out where the hell the holes are at. You gotta watch out for those sweeps, because they will push you into holes sometimes. Woo! That's why having like the biggest shield you can get, preferably a great shield, is a good idea. Because the sweeps can push you into a hole, but it seems like a great shield is resistant to being pushed. Get some stamina back, proceeding to the other side. Whoop! See that? I could have got knocked right into the hole there. Luckily I didn't. Ooh. Always run with the shield up. Oh my god, that's a tiny little way to go. Oh my god. Whoop. Okay. Hard part's over. We're almost ready to kill Cthulhu. That looks a lot like a phoenix. Okay. Okay, hello. Cool, brother, cool. Whew, alright. And running. You have to jump in this next part, so be ready to do that. Oh god. It's gone. Okay. So you're gonna want to get a little close. Yeah, see, you gotta watch out for those sweeps. He can sweep you in midair too, in which case we will just go flying. Line up the shot, leap. Oh, look at that. Bumped me right off. How annoying. Oh, you can shoot the left string with a bow? Oh, that's clever. Very clever. That's a good pro tip there. I'll have to remember that one. Shoot the left string with a bow. But I guess not the right one? There must be something in the way. Okay. Round 3. So, passing through here thinking about Solaire also got me thinking about Oscar. There's actually some cool cut content you can look up from the game where Oscar lives, and he becomes like your rival, you know? He pretty much becomes jealous of you being this figure of destiny, and he wants to have some part of it, so he actually shows up to challenge you after you kill Gwyn, because he's like, no, I'm gonna light the fire, not you. You know, like, if you choose to not light the fire, then he will try and light it. If you choose to light it, he will try and stop you. So, that's pretty cool. He ends up becoming your nemesis. I like how all the characters in the game have a flaw, you know, something about them that's twisted. Like, Solaire is obsessed with the sun and ends up going crazy unless you save him, right? Oscar becomes mad with jealousy. Everybody has their own little hollowing story, you know. That's pretty cool. I like that. A lot of depth in this game. A lot of lore if you care to search for it. Again, I recommend Body Vidias for that. To get all the juicy lore tidbits. Some people give that guy some flack because they're like, all he does is read item descriptions. Well, he also makes a few connections that you might have missed. So, just check it out if you have anything else to do. Alright, round 3. Step 1, get souls back. Step 2, sweep. Don't fall, don't fall. Okay, cool. Now you just want to get in here and kill this thing quick, because it's going to spam Firestorm on you otherwise. So you're looking for this little bug. Usually takes only 1 hit. You might notice that's just a bigger version of the same bug from the one that's inside of the Lost Sinner's eye in Souls 2. Bit of a connection there. Okay. We have done all the annoying things. And we are ready to go to the kiln. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to do before I hit up New Game Plus. I have everything I need for the build. I have all the spells I want. Oh, I need to go. God, I hope I didn't miss it already. Right. I think you have to talk to Kalana to get kind of sent on a quest to kill the Bed of Chaos, and I may have missed that opportunity. But she will reward you with Fire Tempest for killing the bed. Otherwise, you have to kill her to get it. But, like, you know, obviously, if you kill her, you won't be able to ascend your Pyro Flame. You'll miss out on whatever spells you haven't purchased. And like I said, I intend to trade for a second Pyro Flame. So I'd rather not kill her just yet. So I'm hoping that she will give me the spell. But let's go find out. It's the most powerful version of Firestorm that you can get. Except for maybe Chaos Storm. But that takes 2 attunements, so forget it. I'm not doing that. I need my slots. So if you're doing a strength build, then you want to get like a reliable strength weapon early without farming. You see that item way over there? Between those 2 boulder holding guys way in the back? That's the Great Club. So you can really, from the start of the game, if you have Master Key, you could just run down and get it, you know, assuming you don't get one-shotted by boulders. The other option is to get the Morning Star and farm the infested barbarians at the entrance, you know, to the shortcut. Because they have a chance to... Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, she did give it to me. See that?
Ah, very well. There is nothing left for me to teach you. Our time together is done. It was short, but sweet.
I hope she doesn't leave the game now. That sounded a bit final. She is my secondary Souls waifu. She's so kind of cute, and she has that like really soft voice. I like that. But nobody can replace Ferris. Not even Priscilla. Speaking of which, I did not go to the Painted World, but I don't think I need anything from Painted World. Oh, red sign. Yeah, I should pick that up. Okay, but let's stop being ugly. There we go. This is Thick Bottom. You're looking well. Okay, so... quickest way to get to the painting. I should have the doll, because I picked up Crest Shield earlier. I'll just verify. Yep. Okay, we're good. Did I kill Gwendolyn? Let's just do that real quick. I don't think I need anything from him at all. Yep, I'm gonna want Chaos Rapier for this guy, and I'm probably just gonna spam him down. Oh, but I'm wearing the wrong shield! Good thing he teleported. There, magic resist. Just in case. But yeah, try not to get caught by that. You're gonna want to zigzag, otherwise he will kind of lock you in place, blocking or just getting shot. It's bad news either way. Whoop. Oh, rolled too late. Okay. There we go. You can hide behind one of these pillars for that. You gotta watch out for the big one though, because usually he'll follow it up, and that will go through pillars. Nice. Big damage. Wonder if Great Combustion will do more. Yeah, just zigzag a bit.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
As I recall, Gwendolyn's curse is actually real. It makes you count as a sinner for the rest of the game. So you will always be invaded by the Blue Man group. Pretty sure. That might only happen after you kill Guinevere, but it's one or the other. I don't remember ever hearing about why this chest is empty or theories behind that. You know? It's always been like that, though. It's just a bit curious. Like, it's almost like an oversight. Like they forgot, but I imagine somebody has had a theory about the lore. Maybe that's, you know what? Think about how a lot of animes are censored in America, right? Like, I think in the original version of Sailor Moon, the characters are actually naked as they transform, for example. And so America censors that stuff. So this is a Japanese game. What if there was the reversal ring in there originally, right? But they didn't think at the time it was appropriate for good American values. So maybe that's why that chest is empty. Now, of course, you know, trans rights and all that is more mainstream, so they included reversal ring in Souls 3. But yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff that they cut out of Sailor Moon for a bit of conversation here. They have cross-dressing, transgender characters, nudity, all kinds of stuff, if you want to look into that. And they cut all that... Oh yeah, lesbian relationships too, stuff like that. They cut all that out of the American version because they didn't think it was suitable for impressionable American kiddos. Oh hey Common, what's up? Yeah, they did. It was the green one and the blue one, as I recall, were involved. Yeah. Jupiter and Mercury, I thought. And then also, I think it was Pluto was, I remember she was an older looking one. But she was also, I think, lesbian with someone. yeah, no. Maybe it was Uranus. But certainly not the Disney Pluto. That's funny. Alright. Common, you should not be looking at these secrets. You have not experienced it yet. Look away. Look away from the screen. See, that's why when you go to a museum, they tell you don't touch the paintings. Bad things will happen. Alright, cool, yeah. Good to have you on board, Common. Commentary is in my chat now on Twitch, and I have a few videos co-oping with him, if you're interested in checking that out. He's a new player, so I think I love noobs. It's a lot of fun escorting him around, watching him flail, you know, trying to get things done. It's really fun. Okay, so we're here to get Red Sign. I don't intend to kill Priscilla, because I don't have to, and she's cute, so. Tally-ho. This used to be where you had to come to get dried finger, but now they just sell it right at the start on the Undead Merchant. Okay, now, I can't remember if fire damage keeps these guys from exploding or not. We're going to find out right now. It does! Normally these guys will explode and shower you with toxic goo, which is pretty much unavoidable if you're fighting them in melee, whatever. But, killing them with fire, it like cauterizes so they don't pop. Pretty cool. Fun little pro tip there, kill them with fire if you can. It's a party in here. Whoa. What did he eat? My goodness. Have some manners. Okay, we're just breezing through here. I'm only getting stuff that I need. Whoop! Because I'm trying to demonstrate how to like do a streamlined, how to quickly assemble a build from scratch. So I always grab the item in the back first when I go up here, because otherwise he'll just start charging at you sooner. So you just want to grab and go. You can come around this side of the tower to avoid fall damage. I usually like to open a shortcut whenever I go into a risky situation first, like before attempting it, you know? So I'm going to... I should also do Jeremiah's summon. Or invasion, rather. Just so I don't miss it. So we'll do that first. I kind of have buyer's remorse about leaving behind things that are irreplaceable. Like armor sets, unique weapons, stuff like that. Because sometimes your build will shift slightly. And you'd be like, damn, if only I had blank. So I'm gonna go make sure I get blank. Glad we were able to actually fit in some conversation today with that Sailor Moon talk. Like, I don't think I've actually had any. Just interesting stuff to think about. Alright, Jeremiah. We meet again. It's been some time. Q-tip head. Nope. No casting for you. Yeah, Life on Scythe. I talked about that one earlier. It is great. But I was saying that you want to pick up Blood Shield so you don't bleed yourself out, because this thing will increase... Here, I'll slap it on right now. You'll see my resistances pop up. Look at all that. All your status resistances jump up. And it probably even goes higher with upgrade. You know what? While I'm here, I should get... the pyromancy. Definitely want to have that one. This is a common... This pyromancy I'm going to get is commonly used as a finisher in PvP, because it's really hard to dodge through because it's like a constant stream of flame. Whoa! Hello. Again, just touching bone wheels while they're spinning will damage you. If you have 0 poise, you will get staggered, so watch out for that. These things are pretty much a menace to all mankind in this game. But at least in Souls 3, they nerfed them quite heavily, because I guess too many people complained. They can't chain hit you, like they just hit you once and then you stop getting hit. But in this one, they can hit you with every spin that they make. To lethal effect. Look at that. So much damage. Okay, come on. I think you're the last bonehead in here. Oh, her dagger? Her dagger, alright. It's a mixed bag on that one, because it will bleed very quickly because of the multi-hits. However, for that reason, to balance it out, I guess, they gave it lower bleed damage. Like, pretty much every weapon deals 30% damage when it bleeds. You know, katana, barbed sword, great scythe, whatever. Priscilla's dagger does build up quickly, but only does 20% bleed damage when it actually procs. So some people use it to quickly build up bleed, and then when they feel like their opponent's about to bleed, they'll swap to something that does, you know, 30% or more, and then finish off the bleed effect with that. So I can't, like, if you're doing like a gimmicky thing like that, Priscilla's dagger has uses, but as far as using it as a standard weapon, I would not recommend, because the damage is low, and the actual bleed effect is 10% lower than most. Whereas Life on Scythe, it's freaking like 50%. It's huge. But, you know, with the trade-off of you bleed yourself with it as well. I hate these things so much. You can get a rare drop off of Bone Wheels, though, the Bone Wheel shield. It's mostly just cool looking, because it weighs a lot, requires a lot of strength. There's other shields you can use that are more efficient. But it does look really cool. And the R2, or L2 on it, rather, I think it's L2, will spin the shield to do damage. Just like the weapon art in Souls 3. And if you infuse it with lightning or something, the damage is actually decent. So, that's a bit of a gimmicky thing. You can use that shield as a weapon, but... well, I mean, honestly, why are you even using a shield as a weapon when you have other options? So again, it's like a gimmick. You know, you'd use it to startle someone or just to have like a silly build. Okay, got the pyromancy. Did I get the key? I think it's called Annex key. Yep, there it is. Okay, let's get out of here. There is somewhere around here a shortcut. A ladder to get out. Come on, boner. Okay, we're just gonna leave that guy behind. Don't need him. Whoa, hey guys. It's like they knew. By the way, if you need to Souls farm, late game... ow, oh shit! Not good. Right. So if you need to Souls farm, these guys are very good for it, because they're all gathered around this statue to start. So you'd open that gate, you'd sprint out here, you'd like do Wog or Fire Tempest or some kind of a ridiculous AoE spell, and then you run away. I'm gonna come up here just to get Velka's Rapier. And the other armor set. Ooh! Ooh, this is not streamlined anymore. I should just do a run where I grab all the items, just so you guys can see where they're at, but that's a good idea, but like, oh my god, is that a time-consuming idea. If you need the occult ember, it's down there. Where all those crows are at. That guy, it looks like a guy crunched over. That's a statue holding the ember. That's where you get it from. If you need to farm souvenirs or reprisal and you don't want a PvP, you can get it off of the those bird people. You can farm it off them. Really? Okay, my way. Oh crap! Oh, this is bad. And I'm gonna die. Oh! Okay, run, 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 run. Boy, New Game Plus is gonna be a blast, isn't it? I have lower defense. Like, I built her to be tough enough to withstand the hits. That was my theory. But her defense is kind of low because her level's low. Okay, I think I want to go down there. Because I just remember there's Painting Guardian set, I think. Yep. Cool. These rats are so noisy, by the way. You ever notice that? Like, why, though? They just growl so loud. Okay, I think I got everything from here. I gotta get the red sign. That should be the last thing I need, and then I can leave. So this is... you gotta be careful going up here because it's a narrow walkway. The birds hit hard, and if you're locked on and you roll, you might roll at a funny angle and go flying. Yeah, why am I even fucking around with that? Let's get out of my way. Oh look, a souvenir! I'll have to get that on the way down. Not that I need it, but whatever. Wow, I missed? Okay. Not sure how. Alright. Red sign. we're just gonna take the express elevator down. Oh, my leg. Gimme, gimme, gimme. There we go. You just run past all these bozos and they're so cute ambush. The one you do gotta watch out for though is this fucking guy. You want to bait him and then run past. You know, if you're running past, that is. Okay, now for everyone's favorite waifu, please welcome Priscilla to the studio.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast been stepped into this world, plunge down from the plank, hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited.
Everybody likes her because of the feet and because of the fluffy tail. Well, let's take a good look at her though real quick since we're here. Since I have the binocs. She is cute. She looks actually pretty young. I don't think I've ever actually looked at her with the binocs. She actually does look really young. Wow. The remastered graphics though. Look at her eyes. And her forehead spikes. But yeah, you know, now that I actually see how young she looks, I don't feel comfortable about so many people, you know, wanting her to be the waifu. She's got big toes. They actually look painted. It's kind of cute. Now you gotta wonder how much of this is fur and how much is like it looks like the same material as her tail, right? So is it clothing or does she just kind of, you know, it's probably clothing. Maybe it's made out of, maybe she shaves her tail though and like, you know, makes like knits with it. Yeah, 13 going on 3 centuries. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. So, Jeremiah's armor will spawn here though, but I think it only spawns. You have to quit load or come back here twice. It's probably gonna spit me out of the fog when I come back in. Yeah. Okay. Now, in theory, the armor will be there. Do you have to kill her to get it? Oh no, here we go. See? Boom. If you want to be Hester, there you go. Okay, I am gonna just snag the tail while I'm here. And then we leave. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't want to fight. Oh no. Really? Oh god. Okay, it looks like we're in it to win it. Where are you at? Saucy wench! Oh! Oh god. Wow, that was actually very little bleed. Okay, let's... If you look in the snow, you can see her footprints and figure out where she's at. There she is, right there. Ow. Sorry, young lady. You wouldn't let me leave. I seek to leave. You wouldn't let me. Okay, this is actually another zone that's very commonly used for PvP, so if you want to get invaded, don't kill Priscilla. Child murder. Hey, she was obviously at least in puberty, so she's... Well, yeah, still a child, but like not like a baby. Nah, she kind of looked like maybe 15, 16. That's what her face looks like to me. Okay, so now we depart. Having gathered supplies and armor sets and other things. Killed Gwendolyn. By the way, I saw on one of the Dark Souls meme pages a really adorable picture of Gwendolyn doing the Sailor Moon pose. And it said, "By the power of the moon I shall punish you." Which makes sense because he does punish the guilty, so... Pretty cute. Alright, what's next on the list? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do before I take out Gwen. I don't need to fight Manus. I don't want to bother with that. It's too much work. He's a pain in the ass. Don't need to kill Calamite. Because I don't even have the stats to use the tail. Oh, you know what? I don't think I bought all the, wood carvings. Because I don't think I ever talked to Goff. There's such a checklist when you're going into New Game Plus. All this shit you gotta remember. And also don't forget to kill every single NPC. To get all that sweet loot. Hi, how are you? What's up? How you doing? Barbecue? Barbecue, yeah. This is the only elf in the entire game. Goodbye, you misplaced Eldar. You're in the wrong game. The wrong world. She is really cool, though. I've always wanted to do like an Eldar cosplay using her headgear, but every time I thought about it... See, that's the trouble when you try to force this game to make like a cosplay build. There's something that doesn't fit with the game. It always comes out worse than if you just made a cool thing using what's in the game. I mean, I hope that made sense. Like, don't try and force the game to be something it's not. Instead, use the resources available to you in the game to make something that's cool. Don't try and make something that's cool from outside of it, because usually it won't work out, and then you'll just be sad. You'll just get depressed over it. Favorite NPC in the game? Love that guy. So cool. Okay. Maybe I should kill him. Favorite guy, let's kill him. Just because, well, I won't be able to kill, fuck it, no. I don't even need the armor, I just thought maybe it'd be nice to have the armor, but whatever. Yeah, her armor set is pretty much set in stone, because it's a very tight build. She doesn't have any weight left over. Very min-maxed build. Okay, I've got all the shields I'm going to use. Right, we have anti-fire, anti-magic, stamina, physical, anti-lightning. I think I got everything I need. Let's clean up the box a bit again. To start the venture into New Game Plus. Got my bow, got my arrows. Shields. Don't need the blood shield. By the way, if you ever do a dragon build, you know, like full body dragon, you're not wearing armor, so your resistances to like poison and bleed are tremendously low. So, highly recommend Blood Shield for a dragon build. Wear it on your back, just have it on you so you don't get bled out in like 2-3 hits. You see dragons sometimes at the Berg, and if someone rolls Thief, that dragon is screwed because the bandit knife will just tear them apart. As Common discovered. That was pretty great, where you just bled out that dragon invader. That was so funny. He didn't know what to do. Oh crap! Yes, enjoy your victory over the invader. That was great. Okay, I always feel like I'm forgetting something. I think I'll kill Vamos. Because his hammer, you'd see nobody using his hammer. And it's probably the most Mjolnir looking hammer in the game. And I don't think I need anything from this guy anymore, now that I've got all my chaos stuff handled. Yes, you are useless to me now. Say goodbye. Wow, he has a pickaxe? That's cool. Take that. So, quick blurb about Vamos. He's obviously a very broad man. Do you know what he reminds me of? A Gurm. I mean, considering that Gurm exist, and you aren't one of those people who, you know, tries to erase Dark Souls 2 from your memory, I think it's possible that Vamos could be a Gurm. But then again, like, okay, so chronologically, Souls 2, all the kingdom and everything came after Souls 1. So the Gurm, like, resurfaced, I guess. Or maybe Vamos was a Gurm and somehow found its way here. Died, but then the necromancy in the area resurrected him, which is why he's a skeleton. But he's still like a blacksmith at heart. Whatever, you can ponder that on your own. I'm just saying, he could be a Gurm. Alright. Now, Gwen is either highly resistant to lightning or fire. I don't think it's both. I think it's just one, and I always forget which one it is, and then I'm surprised when my build does like no damage to him. So I'm gonna hope it's lightning though, which would make sense. Cause actually, it's kind of silly. Like, okay, does he even like throw lightning bolts in the fight? All I remember is fire, and he should throw lightning. That's like his thing. Obviously, it's been a while since I killed him, right? Usually, I don't even bother to venture into New Game Plus just because I don't need anything from it. Okay, right, killed damn near everything I need to kill. Yeah, we're pretty much at the end here. You know what? I will go back and kill Goth. Because it's fun to watch him fight. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with Calamite though, so I can kill him, it's fine. I've got the sword on a different character if I really need it. The Obsidian Greatsword. Phenomenal weapon. Can't believe you can buff it. They shouldn't let you buff it. Did you know that the buff, if you buff it, it affects the R2 explosion, making it even more powerful? Absolutely insane. I wonder if the other dragon weapons are the same way, because I think either the Dragon King Axe or the Dragon King Greatsword, one of those you can buff. I can't remember. I think one of them's buffable though. Alright, let's make sure there's nothing else I want to buy from you. I don't use dung pies. I can buy Titanite elsewhere. Okay. Yes, farewell, Goth. You're my favorite guy ever. I'm so sorry. I like how he uses wrestling moves to fight you, though. It's really funny. It's just like, body slam. Sorry, I love you. You're my favorite, I swear. Poor Goff. Those giants, they're just friendly, you know? They make bonds for life. Think about it. Giant blacksmith. Super friendly, immediately ready to help you out with forging. Goff, super friendly, immediately ready to help you shoot down. Go. Artorias' best friend. Dark Souls 3, the Archer Giant. Immediately your friend. I help anytime. Immediately. Like, no question about it. And then, oh god, what's the name of the, oh my god, you know, the Lord Giant. What the hell's his name? Sigurd's friend. You know the one. Anyway, him and Sigurd go way back. And if you read some of the lore, like, he was a friend of the humans and gave them the Storm Ruler, so that, you know, he could be felled if that needed to happen. So, giants, they're just a friendly sort. Which, honestly, if you think about Souls 2 and how there's a war with the giants, it kind of doesn't make sense. Unless the giants were just defending themselves. You know, like, I mean, obviously, I don't think that they would provoke the war. And I think even if you read the lore, like, the king was persuaded to sail and make war with them because there was something he wanted from them. I don't remember exactly. Maybe it was like he wanted to learn golem crafting or whatever it was, you know. It's actually really cool to see all the artifice that Drang Lake does in Souls 2. Because I'm a big fan of golems and artifacts and machines. Because, you know, I play Magic the Gathering. It's my favorite card type. So, all that stuff is really cool to me. So, like, once I realized just how science-y Drang Lake is, you know, with their genetic experiments, that's how they made the Elephant Knights and all the golem crafting, like, they're actually pretty fucking cool. Okay, do I need anything from you? Alright, I think you all know what's about to happen here. I encourage you to avert your eyes so that you don't weep openly as I obliterate your old friend. Whoa! He's angry! But, alas, it did not save him. Farewell! Thank you for the cool hammer! Is there anyone else that I want to kill that drops cool stuff? Oh, Andre. I haven't killed him in a long time. He actually does drop a blacksmith hammer, too. It's not magic-y like the other ones. It doesn't deal elemental damage, but he does drop it. I may have never... or collected this item only once, maybe. I don't know. Let's find out. I haven't seen it in a long time. Just make sure he doesn't have anything I want. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Thanks for the humanity. Oh my god, he looks so sad. Oh wait, he's dancing. He's happy. He's happy he died. Look at that. He was so sick of blacksmithing and now he's just getting his groove on. He's free. His ordeal is over. Holy shit, it's the Craftsman Hammer from Souls 2. No way. Oh my god, I love this freaking weapon. This weapon though, wow. Oh man. Jesus, I kicked so much ass with this thing. Oh, I really wonder what if it's like actually any decent damage. I might want to actually use that. That is so cool. Of course, you're completely screwed if you kill him to get it, because you can't upgrade it, unless it upgrades with Twinkling. Let's find out. Titanite. See? You need him to bring this over +5, so... Like, really, you're completely screwed. Okay. Let's put this stuff away. Bunch of hammers. Maybe I'll trade one to common later. Goes great bow, that's right. What else? Okay, let's do a quick repair job, and then it's off to... Oh wait, I'm missing a firekeeper. You get one from the parish, you get one from the swamp, you get one from Londo, you get one from... Do I still have it in my inventory? Yep, okay, that's why. Oh yeah, I need to kill the chicken in Orlando. That's right. And I need to kill the spider sister. Yeah. Okay, let's get that done. To get all the firekeeper souls. Yeah, you want to fight? I know you do. You're mad because I killed your boss. Ooh.
But how?
Doink.
This woman is a threat. Master Gwendolyn.
He's dead already. He can't hear you. Okay. Sadly, I cannot warp from there anymore. Fire goes out if you kill the keeper. Okay, a little more Estus upgrade. Very good, very good. Right, gotta kill the Daughter of Chaos. Oh, I need to buy some sorceries from Angie, I think, now that I think about it. He's got something I want. What's my current covenant? Princess Guard. That's all you got? Oh, he also upgrades Pyroflame. Neat! Yo, I forgot. You don't need to free the guy in the depths. You can use this guy to upgrade your Pyroflame. I entirely forgot that. Okay, I don't want the, I might do that on New Game Plus, get the Chaos Majig. The, Chaos Tempest, whatever, so I'm just gonna kill him. Yes, yes, you're very upset, I know. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, does he even drop anything? I don't think he does. He just explodes with a bunch of wormies. Oh! Gotcha. Oh, egg. Okay, yeah. Cool. Hopefully I didn't get egged from finding those things. We'll find out. Didn't even buy me a drink. Okay, here we go. Finally, getting on with it. The end of the game. Level 50. Which is really not that impressive. Considering people do this shit at level 1. Without getting hit. Blah blah blah. All the challenges. You know what? I don't have a dark hand, which means I never leeched. Oh god. Did I ever rescue the girl? I didn't. Do I care? Yeah, that's a lot of humanity actually. I'm gonna farm that up real quick. Just need a dark hand to get it going. slot that, change ring. Okay. +6 flask, almost maxed. It's funny, you actually can get 7 souls in one game, but at that point you don't have a Firekeeper to turn the 7th soul into. It's been quite a journey. Mrs. Thickbottom, you have performed well. What's that? You want to make me some cookies? No, it's my crown, biatch. I did this one myself, no trading involved. But is the one that you're wearing? Yes, it is. But she's only got some Titanite added in to cut down on farming time. No gear. Just here to get a dark hand, fellas. Help me out. Let's get it done quick. Get it done quick. Damn, he didn't drop anything. Come on, give it to me. Come on! Right, let's see, what do we talk about today? A little bit about Sailor Moon and the differences between Japanese and American entertainment and censoring. We talked about weapons that you should try. What else is there to talk about? Common, give me a topic. Oh god. Yes, a topic. Something to conversate about. Could be silly, could be serious. Don't matter. Maybe you have a question. Do I think Oumuamua was a spaceship? What even is Oumuamua? I have no idea what that is. Oumuamua? You mean oh mama? When I'd say oh mama. As in oh mother? Oh shit, no way. I have not heard of that. Well, I guess ask my old man about it, because he loves all that space stuff. Space news. Coming in from space. That's hilarious. The space news. This is your Galactic News Network, bringing you up-to-date space news. Now, I actually don't bother with the news most of the time. I feel like I cannot do much to change the world, so I just kind of don't worry about it. I tend not to worry about things that I can't change. Whoop! Haha, Ha ha ha. Well, look, here's the thing. You start off young and optimistic, thinking that you can do anything and change the world and whatnot. But then, like, life is a way of just kind of beating you down until you're like, okay, never mind. It's not what I thought it was. But there's a lot. There's all kinds of shadow things going on behind the scenes, and people pulling strings and moving power around, and I'm like, I feel like those shadowy figures are kind of gonna get what they want no matter what, you know? Yes, you play video games to stave off the existential dread. The Illuminati. Yeah. Nah, well, I don't know. I feel like there are secret circles that manipulate things. I feel like Big Pharma is part of it. Big part of it. You just follow the money. The money is where the power is at, and the people will protect their money with secrets and lies and shenanigans and manipulating the public and all kinds of terrible crap, and most people don't see it going on. So what are you gonna do? You can't do anything. That's why you should just have fun. I mean, really. Like, it's gonna take a massive public shift. It's gonna take riots and you know, crazy, like, vast amounts of people rising up. Like a revolution. That's what it's gonna take. Otherwise, it's gonna stay the way it is. And I think... Okay, so the president reflects the state of the times, yeah? Okay, now we're getting into some good conversation here. A president that gets elected pretty much is a summary of the times and where... It's a reflection of where people are at, right? So you think about Trump. He's a bit aggressive, but there are certain things that, like, he stands for, and that shows you where the majority of the American public is at mentally, right? So like they're frustrated, they're annoyed at things, you know, they're lashing out a bit. That's how Trump got elected, because they were sick of things being the way that they were. So they thought, you know, let's get this this crazy guy to do it. He'll shake things up. Oh, stop hurting me. It's better to fight these guys on the stairs because their sword will often go right over your head. Dang it, I'm getting unlucky with the dark hand. I'll read your comments in a second here. I'm just trying to get safe. I see you're posting quite a few. Well, the rich of America are the few, so they would not have had enough votes to to elect Trump. But then again, you know, it is the Electoral College, blah blah blah. So I don't know. I just feel like Trump more represents the general public of America rather than the few rich people that there are. Because he kind of appeals to those like I kind of want to say like Midwest Southern mentality. Oh, comic relief. Well, shoot, nobody, if anybody's going to watch this later on, they're not going to see what you're writing. So damn it, that doesn't help. Actually, let me try something. Hold on. Cool. Now you can see it. Shit. I gotta leave this on. I gotta remember to turn this on when I get people joining the broadcast. Cool. Handy. Now I don't have to look at my screen every time, you know, my computer every time you send something. Right, we were talking about something else before we got derailed onto Trump. What the hell was it? Oh yeah, we were talking about, you said something about how outer space is vast and we don't matter. And, I mean, it is true, and yeah, but you said how space is vast and we don't matter. Like the whole Call of Cthulhu horror thing about like, we are specks in a vastness, and ultimately we don't matter. Like, if you think about it, there's a whole lot of space out there, and we're just on one planet squabbling over our one planet stuff when there's like an entire, I mean, Earth is a speck in the grand scheme, and yet we're so obsessed with what's going on it, even though there's so much more out there. Now, of course, we don't have evidence of other civilizations and things, so I guess maybe we are the most interesting thing in the galaxy. But maybe not. But it's just funny. It's like, it's so... It's a very human thing to have that kind of self-importance compared to the vastness. I mean, we haven't even fully explored our own planet, you know? And humans have conquered everything that they can touch, and they're kind of screwing over animals and the environment and whatnot. And that's a very human thing to do. You know, humans are greedy. But yeah, like the whole H.P. Lovecraft horror is like, you are small and insignificant, basically. That was part of his big cosmic horror, is realizing just how insignificant you and humanity are compared to everything else. So that I've said before that like the further you zoom out on a subject, it just becomes this gray mess that it feels useless to comment on anymore. And when you think about the vastness of the world and how little impact you can make upon it, it's kind of depressing, I guess, but like, that's what puts me in the mentality of saying, screw it, have a good time while you can. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about stuff you can't change. You're just gonna cause yourself frustration and strain. But you know, there are some people born under the right circumstances who have the strength of will and the vision and the smarts, and you know, you put enough pieces together, you can actually form the puzzle and see the picture, right? Every now and then, a great person is born, a genius, a leader, who has the right circumstances to achieve something and change the world, and that's cool. But look around you. I mean, I don't think, without you know, sounding pretentious, most people around you are not affecting the world in a large way. You know, so I am one of the many, I would think. But it is my hope that these small amounts of insights and things I can offer through the conversation will improve your life in some way. So that's my contribution, I guess, to society. At least it'd be nice. It's a nice thought. That's my little way of having an impact on the world. And I mean, if you think about it, you do make small ripples with everyone that you meet and everyone that you interact with, right? Like if you were exceptionally nice to someone at work, you help someone out, you know, a customer or a coworker. If you solve a problem for them or put something in their head that helps them out, then you've changed their life a little bit, you know. But like, are we talking about grand presidential moves that like shift the entire, you know, the global economy and shit like that, like really changing things. Not really, but you like, you know, you improve things around you a little bit. It's just not the huge impacts that I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying. If you zoom out far enough, unless you are someone with the power of a president, you're not going to be making a huge contribution. You know, maybe you're a scientist who comes up with some kind of a thing that like improves life. That's cool. That can be felt in a widespread area. But for the most part, most of us aren't doing anything that's really gonna have a large effect like that. But the world can't all be, you know, geniuses and leaders. It just doesn't work that way. And it's okay, you know. You should be concerned about your own happiness and seek it. Don't seek it at the expense of others, but seek it. Well, that was some good conversation, I would say. Jeez, it's taking a long time to get this dark hand. It was alright. Mrs. Thickbottom, how you do spoil me. I do kind of hate this dress though. Makes me look like an old maid. It's a shame I don't have more weight to equip something different. But at least the bottom half kind of looks like a corset, which is cute, so... I just could do without like the frilly lace at the top, and it's just so old-fashioned. Really curious to see how she's going to fare in New Game Plus. I know it's going to be a good challenge. A matter of fact, once your build is more established, Common, I think it would be super fun to summon you for New Game Plus co-op and see how we do. Cause oh yeah, I got the Dark Hand. Because I'm only doing this at level 50. I'm not gonna, she's not going any higher than that. So I think it'll be fun. Okay, so I don't need this anymore, don't need that anymore. Let's equip the Hand of Darkness. And get... Oh, that was close. Get the fuck up. Anything from you? No, you got nothing left. Okay, you. Give me that sit. Mwah. Oops. So if you didn't know, you can use Dark Hand to steal humanity off NPCs. Each one has a different amount. You know? Like, that's like a story element. They have the amount of humanity that you might expect. It's interesting though, the sorcerers have very little. Which I guess... I think I've read before that intelligence is associated with depression. So those sorcerers have high intellect, but I guess they're pretty close to going hollow. And I think the correlation there was because the more aware you are of the world and its troubles tends to get you down a bit. But I guess that's just if you're a cynic.
In the name of sanity. Cease, have you gone mad?
Mad in love. Give me that smooch. I think I will go and rescue the priestess right quick. She's worth like 11 humanity, some crazy shit like that. Yeah, I can certainly use it. Really glad I didn't lose everything fighting Bed of Chaos. That was quite a risk. Okay. Bye-bye. So let's change gear up so that we can do Tomb of Giants again. Get my heater. Okay. Get my pyroflame. Should still be fast rolling. Oh yeah, where's Patches, Patches. There you are, old buddy. Give me this. Give me that. Oh, I can buy it. Ooh, he's got 3 of them. What else do I want? I'll take masks, sure. Masks are good. I'll take cleric armor. Okay.
Right.
Good stuff, eh? Alright, get the fuck up. Oh, crap!
What's wrong with you?
Crap, crap, crap. Oh, I guess you're gonna die. I'm sorry. I forgot I didn't have my dark hand out. Sorry, sorry. Wait, am I falling? Oh my god, I am. Can't believe I'm falling humanity. How did I manage that? Maybe I got some from common that I forgot. Okay, I gotta store some of that. And then, Jesus Christ, I gotta stop torching people that I didn't mean to torch. Bottomless box, here we go. Still about half of that. That's close enough. Okay, take me to Tomb of the Giant. To rescue the priestess. Oh shit, this is the warpable fire. Well, I'm not gonna waste time getting the other one then. God damn it. Wasted so much time doing that. What a bother. Ooh. Yo, she's not here? Okay, I guess I already rescued her and I forgot. Huh. Okay, I hope she's not dead already up at the parish. Probably, though. That's a shame. Oh well, she still drops her stuff. I just won't get as much humanity as I would have gotten. Okay, Firelink. Got about 45 minutes left today. Where's my crown? Where's my good shield? Okay, alright, let's do this. I swear to God, if you killed her, there's about to be a whole lot of trouble. That necklace looks nice, though. Oh, he killed her. She's dead. Wah, wah. Welp. Time to die, fat boy. Damn it, I missed out on like 11 humanity because I forgot. Ticks me off. Alright, portly chum, say good night. Oh nice, I got him in one. Okay, that should leave just Gwyn now. Onward to the end.
Is it?
Let me actually torch. I think he drops a little more humanity. Nope. Okay. Nope.
Very well.
Imagine the smell. Ugh. I bet it smells terribly fishy. Offer souls. Here we go. Now this is one of my favorite parts of the game right here. The ghostly Black Knights. They'll show up in a moment. Look. They show up so much better in the remastered version too. Much more definition on them. Ghostly Black Knights. So many. Alright, I'm gonna share with you some secret lore, like my own idea of lore here. So comment, stop listening, because this is going to come into the Souls campaign and I don't want to ruin it for you. Alright. You meet Black Knights throughout Lordran on your journey that are trying to stop you. So we know, like, Black Knights have that metallic sound when they die. They don't seem to be people, right? So the Black Knights became Black Knights when they went to go fight the Chaos, you know, when the Chaos Flame was lit and all the demons popped up. They were Silver Knights, but they got scorched and it twisted their armor into Black Knights. My theory is that scorching burned away their flesh, so they're literally just like a soul trapped in a suit of armor, which is why they have that metallic scream. They're basically golems, if you think about it, right? But like souls inside, like animated suits of armor, kind of. So I think that they're bound by Gwyn's power, you know, because they're his knights. I think that it's Gwyn that's keeping them alive. And so in secret, they want the fire to go out. So they're trying to stop you, because you're the one who would relight the flame, right? And they don't want that to happen. They want their kin to be released so they can all finally rest and die and be released from service, right? So they want the fire to go out. I think they're not, but like none of them can challenge Gwyn on their own, right? They just get destroyed, so that's why they're not fighting Gwyn. Also, that's betraying your lord. I think they're too honorable to fight Gwyn. But I think they're trapped, and they're trying to stop you from lighting the flame. So eventually, you know, when Gwyn's fuel runs out, the fire dies, all the Black Knights get released, which is why they're trying to stop you here as well from getting to him. They don't want you to relight the flame, because they assume that, you know, that's your purpose. So I think there's souls stuck in armor and they're trying to stop you from lighting the flame for the whole game. Like that's their design. And this just represents, like, their armor's been destroyed, so they're just, you know, disembodied souls that are stuck in this in-between place, because they're still, you know, they're latched on either by the power of the Chaos Flame or Gwyn's power. Something is keeping them trapped. So they want it all to end. They want the fires to go out so that they can be released. That's my theory. Hope you enjoyed that lore tidbit. If you need to farm Black Knight weapons, or Colored Titanite as well, these guys also drop it. It's really like a nice little reward they give you at the end of the game here. Because these guys will drop different colors of Titanite chunks, and of course, they'll drop their gear. So if you need to farm BK stuff, this is where you come to get it. At the end of the game. And honestly, if you have 16 strength, I recommend everybody get a Black Knight shield. It's just too good with the fire resistance. High stability as well. But it makes any pyromancer fighting you a joke. So, highly recommend you pick it up. Got the greatsword. If only I had stats. Let's take a look at this place, actually. I love how it's like melted metal. It's like a nuclear bomb went off in there. Like, lighting that flame just produced so much energy. Look at that. See, you could tell the impact came from the front side of that structure. The heat just melted it all back in huge waves of like wind and fire, which doesn't make sense because the fire came from inside there, so this actually is tilted the wrong way. But Dark Souls 1 has a lot of quirks like that. If you go back to Undead Burg, you can see that there's buildings literally just popping out of other buildings. Like, they just kind of haphazardly built it and maybe hoped that no one would notice. But anyway, moving on towards the kiln. I just really like this place. It's very atmospheric. This guy will sneak up on you if you try to pick up that item, so make sure you take him out first. Oh! I've been clipped! Nice. The drop rate seems to be higher here, if I'm not mistaken. Getting lucky. Black Knight armor. Good shit. Sadly, less than 53 poise, so not recommended just to wear the full set. You're gonna have to mix and match to get a PvP competitive amount, but it looks so good. You know, if you want to be like medieval Batman or something. There's only one chance to get the Black Knight Great Axe before you come here, and it's in the catacombs. So if you need that for your build, it's like, you better go there with maximum farm for your one shot. You better get Gold Serpent Ring and everything. Or actually, I take that back, because if you know what you're doing, you can conceivably, you know, go to the catacombs straight away and pick up and kill that knight. He's just going to be really fucking hard at that level. Probably break your guard easily. But you could conceivably do that over and over again until you actually get the drop. Okay. Now, since I suck at parrying, this is going to be difficult. Most people just parry Gwyn to death. But I'm going to have to, like, spell... Oh, this is the wrong shield. I need fire resist. Oh! Hi! Can I have a sip? Ooh. Oh, sweet. It was lightning he resists, not fire. That's good damage. Yeah, get fucked. That's right. I'm level 50 and I'm killing you. Wow. Ooh, shit. Yeah, he'll break your guard right open though. Look at that. You're gonna have to conserve stamina in here if you don't have enough. Uno más. Farewell. He fought bravely. He looks so sad when he dies. And yet, I get this sense of relief from him. Because he's glad it's over. I mean, he was pretty much hollow himself, if you look at him. So, I think he's glad it's over. Alright. Here comes the end. Do I need to do anything else? Oh god. Such buyer's remorse. Fuck it, I'll just get a New Game Plus if I need it. It's just your world. You can still party up with people who are in any playthrough. As a matter of fact, a lot of people will like do trolling that way. Like they'll stay at a low level and they'll go to a ridiculous New Game Plus. Then they'll summon people and watch them just get destroyed in one hit by these mobs that are like way OP. So yes, you can still... Oh wow, really? It made me hollow? You can still... matchmaking is still only based on level and weapon. It doesn't matter what playthrough you're on. Bro, you want me to kill it in New Game Plus with a broken sword? That's not happening. But you know what I will kill it with? All my spells. Yeah, give me that hammer. So the difference between New Game and New Game Plus is not a terribly high jump. But it is an increase, for sure. Some things will be significantly harder. I don't even know why I'm... Oh, do I get a second Pyro Flame? Oh, I will be so fucking happy if this game gives me one. Then I won't need to get it from you. Because the reason why it's good to have two... Hang on. Oh, he gave me the second floor key? Oh, neat. So check out my gear here, right? Pyro Flame weighs nothing. So really, there's no disadvantage whatsoever to having two equipped. But I can put it in either hand. That way, if I need to swap to cast and attack, or I need to swap to cast and block, I have the option. Remember I was telling you about one setup's better for PvE, one for PvP. This way, I have both. But let's see, will they give me a second flame? Oh my god! They did! I'm so happy. I don't need you anymore, Colin. That is too cool. Burned by pyromancy. Oh, what? I thought he gave me the key. Lame. He lied to me. There is actually one armor set that you cannot get till New Game Plus, and that is Gwyn's armor. And it is rarely ever seen for that reason. Also, it's not that spectacular. But it looks cool. It makes you look formidable. And you'll notice it keeps the kindling from new game. I just got 20 Estus off that. Firekeeper is in position. How much humanity? 70? Okay. Alright, now we're just gonna take the same route that we did before. Wait, do I still have the right of kindling? I bet I don't. Nope. So if I want to kindle any other fires above 10, I'll have to go and get that. But I can wait. I really just want to pick up Great Combustion and Lord Vessel as soon as possible. Let's check the time. Got about half an hour. So my spells will serve me well in this playthrough, but my weapons will probably be worse off because of the split damage. I'm a little nervous about that. This actually wasn't that bad. I wonder how hard it would be to take my level 40 Knight of Knee into New Game Plus. Oh yeah, split damage. If your weapon deals more than one damage type, like magic and physical or fire and physical, your enemy resists it twice. Think about it. They have fire defense and physical defense. If you hit them with a weapon that does both, they get both defenses. So, while your overall damage might be higher, it's weaker than a weapon that has like pure physical. Like if you have a sword that deals 500 physical and you have a sword that deals 250 physical and 250 fire, they're going to take more damage from the 500 physical because it's only one resistance type. Hope that makes sense. Split damage works just fine in New Game, but in New Game Plus, enemies have boosted resistances, so it becomes like exponentially better for them. But that's why I picked up a bleed weapon to help supplement. I'm really wondering how hard this is going to be. Like, in theory this build can handle it, but I don't know. I really don't have much experience with New Game Plus. I haven't felt the need. Not really a reason to do it in most situations. But she needs the spells, and I thought, hey, it'd be a fun challenge to broadcast, so let's get on with it. Even though you can find insane videos of people like level 1 in New Game Plus 7 and, you know, just absolutely insane shit like that. Those people are masochists. I am not. This Black Knight should be a good test of weapon damage, because I'm going to backstab him down. Oh yeah, it takes a lot of persistence and skill, and blocking and rolling. Like, you can literally not get hit. Like, you know, when you roll, you don't take damage. So it's conceivable that you can just not get hit, and therefore you don't die. But it's hard to do, you know, you have to be, like, it takes some tries and tries and tries to get it perfect. But they do it, and when they succeed, they usually put it on YouTube, and it's pretty cool. If you like watching that sort of thing, I'd rather be playing. Oh, no, see, they level their gear. They stay at level 1, but they level their gear. So they will have a maxed out, like, reinforced club or a hand axe, something like that. You know, something they can actually use at level 1. Usually it's the reinforced club because it has bleed and big damage and big poise damage. So you'd have a plus 15 weapon, but you'd still be level 1. Now the reason why in Souls 1, the original version on PS3, you could totally do that. That's what twinking was back then. You would stay at a low level, but you would have maximum gear, and so you would just destroy people. But with the introduction of weapon matchmaking in Remaster, like it works in Souls 3, they made the weapon tiers so that you cannot, you know, invade a low-level player with maxed out weapons. You won't even be able to find them because your weapon tiers won't match up. So that's why in Remaster, you see less of that. Wait, why am I even going this way? I don't have the crest yet. So when you have plus 15, even with minimum stats, because of the way this game works, you're still doing really good damage. Because they use elemental weapons, and elemental weapons don't scale. You know, fire and lightning. So it doesn't matter what your stats are, you're still hitting for a truckload. That's why they can pull that stuff off at level 1. Hey, he's not dead. Wait, did I lose my gestures?
I'll be seeing you.
No. Cool. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I want this one. The best gesture in the game. Ugh. Why do I even bother? Right, I needed to buy shit off this guy. Purchase. It's annoying, you have to buy the smith boxes again. Why do I even need to do that? I don't. Need to go to the forest. Screw it. We'll just ring the bells. We'll just move right along. Well, after I fully upgrade the pyro hand, it's going to be far less. Far less indeed. But you should consider that most people going in will not have, you know, a bunch of saved up souls like that. Oh, look at that. It takes 2 hits to kill these. Yeah, well, you'll have whatever souls you had from killing Gwen. But you might just spend them immediately to level up. Who knows? So you intend to go to New Game Plus then? Well, you should. Since you're a new player, you should do it once. But I'm not sure I would recommend it more than that. It's just kind of a hassle. Look how many hits it takes to kill this guy. That's kind of exciting. Four years to get there in my solo tune. I doubt that very much. Nah, you're already improving really fast, so... About to have maximum upgrade for my Estus, that's good. You're welcome. Yeah, you'll be a pro. But, and also, you don't have 4 years, because Elden Ring is going to be out before then. And, this stuff's going to get sidelined for a while after that. Also, if you want to do those Red Dead videos, you know, gotta get on it. I think it will be. It's supposed to be a game like Souls, so it would have co-op, but I think it might even have better co-op than it does now, where you like won't get kicked out after every boss. Supposedly it's open world, so it'll be kind of like... I should really look at the details, but that makes me think it's going to be like seamless. You know what I mean? Like it won't be divided up section by section, which would be really, really cool. Medieval Red Dead. Yeah, that'd be dope. I mean, it said that you can use a horse to get around, so it's going to be a big open area. Going to be a lot of space. Oof. Am I still wearing my gold ring? Good. I want to try and get a trident off that guy. Where'd you? Where'd you? The where'd you dance? You gotta get a trident, by the way, Common, because you're gonna like it. Not because, like, you don't even need the stats. You just need to get one to try it out, because it has an animation on there that you're really gonna like. Not even as a weapon, just like a cool thing. This guy's trident, you can actually get that as a weapon. But not today. God damn it. I'm unlucky. Okay, let's go free this guy real quick. Boing. No Estus for you. This is a nice pace. The amount of hits it takes to kill a guy. I think that'll make it a bit of a fun challenge there. Because I'm as high as I can go. These weapons are maximum upgraded. I've got all the stats I'm going to have. So I cannot... It's just skill from here on out. That's part of what makes the Soul 1 run appealing to some, is it's just skill. You know, you max out your gear and then you only have yourself to rely on at that point. There's no more upgrades to be had. I really like that aspect of Souls, is that's like, you can do anything you want as long as you can do it. You know, if you can pull it off, you are allowed to pull it off. The game will not stop you. You're only stopped by yourself. That sounds very zen. Give me that butt! Oh. Woo! Close one. You know what would be cool? Is if they summoned more gargoyles in subsequent playthroughs, like, you know, New Game Plus is 1 extra, and then after that is 2 extra gargoyles. That'd be really cool. You're dead. High souls, therefore I am. You should try all the builds. Bandit's really, really good for strength. He is, like, geared towards strength from the get-go. He's just a big, beefy boy. But yeah, don't start thinking that magic's OP, because you haven't seen... I mean, the build I'm co-oping with you is strength, and it hits... I mean, it's pretty good, don't you think? So don't worry about it. Everything is good when you build it properly. I love this guy.
Thou art welcome any time. It is only human to commit a sin.
What a creep. But he's so cool. He's charming in his weird way. Oh, you want pyromancy early? Well, you can... earliest you can get it is you go to the depths. You free the pyromancer there, and then you start learning. So that's not terribly far into the game. I don't want to tangle with those guys. I don't need to. Ooh, although... the sunlight altars over there, the key... yeah, that stuff can wait. Yeah, it is quick until you run out of charges, and then what do? And also, you have to upgrade it. And upgrading the Pyromancy Flame is... stats don't help it. Only... you have to pay souls to upgrade it. And it's like a lot of souls. It's like 300 grand to get fully upgraded Pyre Flame. I mean, it starts small, but the upgrades get very big at the end. Like 30 grand for a +1. Okay, now I'm gonna go down south, change my gear to lightning. Oh yeah. Hello. Do I want to let him survive this time? You know, just to get all the armor, I will. Just to have it. Because I think I got rid of him early on New Game just to get the ring. I mean, you haven't even tried out sorcery yet. Sorcery starts out really good. They can one-shot hollows with their simple blasty spell, and they get like 30 casts of it. That reminds me, another pro tip opportunity coming up here. If you're a sorcerer and you want more pew-pews at the start of your game, you just come on down here and down here to the Magic Blacksmith, who is the first... No, come on, talk to me. Come on. Blah, blah, blah. The first person to sell spells, as you can see here. You can get... Shoot, you can... Yeah, this is where you get Heavy Soul Arrow, the first available one that you can get. That way you don't even have to bother with Lowerberg. So that's the first one you can access. That way you got twice as many charges. You check the time. Okay, got about 15. Close, but no cigar. Right. Kind of reminds me of having my +5 rapier again. I'm definitely gonna get toxic. Let's just push. Cool, got him. Whoop! Alright, I need to get rid of this guy. Yeah. Gotta get rid of this guy too. Okay, now this is where I'm gonna get toxic, I bet. Yep. Oh, he didn't die. Come on, die. Die, 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 die. Yeah. Okay, now I'm on a timer. I know I don't need Firekeeper Souls anymore, but I'm coming here to get it. So I can maybe trade it. Okay, that should be all that I need. All the snipers are dead. That's some good moss. Quality moss there. Have a sip. Drop on these fools. Boom. Come on. Come on, Dogbird. Good boy. Oh crap! Stupid rapier. There we go. Ah, this weapon. Love and hate. Right, so when I wrap up this video and enter the description and whatnot, remind me, what the hell did we talk about again? We talked about cosmic horror. We talked a little bit about making an impact on the world. Can we talk about something that was more wholesome and like cheerful? Talked about differences, Japanese American culture a little bit. What the hell else was there? I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Where are you? Come on, there she is. This is Mrs. Thickbottom's competition for top MILF. But she will not be denied of her station by the likes of you! Ow! You're dead. Oh, oh. Thank you. Right, now. Quilana should already be over there waiting for me, if I'm not mistaken. This is where I will upgrade my flame to maximum. And we'll see how much it costs. Hey, there she is. So I have 500,000 right now. Now I'm going to upgrade my flame all the way. So 500 grand down to 167,000. So that would be what, 350k? So I was off a little bit. That's so much.
That's the one. Kiana? Yes. I've been at like.
Stepson's having a loud conversation. He seems to have trouble controlling his volume. I wish he came with a remote. Okay, now this is going to be painful because she's immune to fire, straight up immune. So I cannot... Black Flame might do something. I'm going to have to see. But otherwise, I'm going to have to whittle her down with the rapier. How much time do I have? Just a few minutes here. Hopefully it'll be enough. When I fought Artorias at level 20, it was like 15-20 minutes. So this cannot take that long. I don't have that much time. Oh god. It's like no damage at all. Oh dear. Okay, but at least that does okay damage. I wish I could bleed her, but I think she's immune. Jesus. Well, this is only going to take a few minutes, though. It's not as bad as Artorias was. But she's less aggressive. Or at least easier to kind of take advantage of, I guess I should say. More openings to attack her. Artorias, you have to, like, constantly be guarding and watching out. Jeez, got enough lava? That's an explosion. Recommend you pick up the Dragon Crest shield to do this early. You can get it right outside in the Valley of Drakes, and that'll let you, you know, block her explosion if you need to. Because sometimes if you're too close to her, you can get caught under her legs. And then there's no escape other than the block. That's an explosion. Ooh, lava. Okay. I'm just gonna top off here because I'm getting nervous. There's another one. Run! At low levels, that can one-shot you if you have, like, you know, low vitality, so you gotta watch out for it big time. That's another explosion. My favorite when he just sits there breathing fire for ages. I mean, I should say she. I always feel like the spider is like a separate entity, but it's not. He's like some crazy... If you think about the spider's mouth down there as like crazy Geiger, like, hostile sexuality type shit, like that's her view. It's scary. He breathes lava. It's like a sexual repressed person having a nightmare about vagina. It's like, I would imagine something like that. It spits acid, I swear. Okay, that was not bad. That was, what is it, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes? Not bad at all. And now we're ringing the bell. I think I'll take a screenshot here because this should be good. No, it's a bit far away. Can't really see much. Oh well. I hate how, like, in the cutscene she looks like she's glowing. I don't know why. Yeah, now and then the cable, I think there's like a kink in the cable or something like that, and it'll just like disconnect randomly. Lucky that didn't happen during the boss fight, huh? Would have been freaking dead. Got him away. I forgot to buy Great Combustion. I'm gonna go grab it. And then I'm gonna be out of time after that. So, hope you all enjoyed watching and the conversation and technical tidbits that were shared today, also known as the pro tips and conversation. The adventure with Mrs. Thickbottom and New Game Plus will continue. And maybe later today, we'll do another co-op episode with commentary. Won't that be fun? I'm also going to be doing some random co-op episodes probably, just because I like my builds and I want to show them off a bit, have some fun. Three-hour episode, it's pretty long. Not as bad as the 5-hour I did the other day, though. Nobody has watched it. I think it's just too much mess. They're like, oh god, I can't sit through that. It's like a movie and a half. Yeah, plus I can only use my mic for like a third of it. Because there's too much noise in the house at the time, so oh well. But I refuse to scrap that episode. If I figure out a way to cut it down to just the talking portion, I will. Alright, bought all the spells. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yes, you're very cute. Thank you. Keep talking softly, I like it. Bye bye. Alright. It's time for me to bid you farewell. I wish you luck in your soul ventures and your life in general. Remember to seek your happiness and try not to go hollow, as always.